What's up, guys? I hope I can do. I wanted to just kind of test something out, but I wanted to share with you guys the my 5 step formula for closing or expectations of an appointment or when I'm dealing with a prospect. One of the things that's been really helping me with this, I've been getting about minimum 2 recruits personally, especially with my whole team and everything. Still 2 recruits a month. And what's been helping me having to do this process is really understanding the formula. See, after you have the list, right, you have a list of names, you're kind of going through the process. You have to understand the biggest challenge most people have is like, hey, where is somebody in their process in terms of, when did you expose the product? Did you set the appointments up? Like, what is the flow of somebody rather than just yes or no? Like, are they hot lead, cold lead? You want to be able to filter and put each person into a category. So for me, from your list, what you have here is I have a 5-step process, and there's let's say step number 1 right here, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, and then step number 5. So in this 5-step process, what happens for my clients or someone that I want to close a policy or recruit with, I understand it takes a minimum of 5 exposures for there to be a close. Right, and it could happen, even sooner if you're lucky, if you're great. But I understand it takes about anywhere from a minimum of at least 3 to 5 exposures. But I'm going to use as a 5-step formula. So step number 1 is learning how to set the appointment. And this is where you actually get a chance to talk to a client or a friend of yours to actually book an appointment. So right here, you're just trying to book the appointment with intent. Right, and the intent to just say, hey, look, I want to either expose something to you, sell something to you, or share something with you, whatever the case is. The whole point in step number 1 is to actually set the appointment. In section number 2, this is where you go ahead and expose your presentation. So this is where you do the 5-minute presentation, whether it's the Foursquare, whether it's the brochure that you're doing with, NLG, whatever the case is, right? You want to make sure that you understand that from moving someone from here, from this fortune list, your chicken list, or whatever it is, to actually start making phone calls, to start booking appointments with intent. And then from the appointment, you understand here that you're going to do a 5 to 10 minute presentation. This presentation should take only 30 minutes. And this is more about concept. Right, which is a great way to do it. In presentation number 3, this is where you do the product demonstration, right? And then number 4 is the follow-up, and then number 5 is the close. Now, this has been a really great process for me, is because when I get a chance to sit with somebody the first time, talk to them, they understand my intent is to really just share with them something. If they like it, great. If they don't like it, fantastic. My whole point and intent is to expose. Now, if you get to the second appointment, and in the second appointment here, this is where you literally get a chance to do your 30-minute presentation, your 101. Now, this is very important, guys, where you keep your presentations to a minimum of 30 minutes, is because you understand your whole goal is to expose. That's it. Right? Don't go over 45 minutes. Don't go over an hour, which I know some of us do, and I've done this myself too in the beginning. But what I've learned is as you move people through a process, they get to see that what you do is simple, straight to the point, and you don't waste anyone's time. Right? In section number 3 here, this is where you do the product demo, where you actually use, their current policy, or if you're doing an upgrade, or if you're just going to do ahead and do a sell. Right, you're going to sell something to them. This is just very important as well, as you understand, is because when you book the appointment, they come to the appointment with the intent to learn something. And then from learning something, you have the chance to follow up. Because at this point here, this is where people can say yes or no to you. Because this next section here that we're looking at here is not in your control. See, their decision to buy is based upon their confidence and their trust and their need. See, what I like to do is I don't like to pressure my clients. I like to let them know that there's a flow to actually joining. There's a flow, that there's no expectation for them to, really make a decision, but that I will follow up to help them get closer and closer to the experience they want, whether it's buying a product that can best suit them or joining an opportunity that best fits their goals. So I know that in my list, I do my very best to get people through sections 1 and 2. So therefore, all I have to do now is follow up to finish 3, 4, and 5. Imagine having 20 people that got exposed into your product or opportunity, and all you had to do was follow up. Because in the follow-up process, the people who get exposed, only 1/3 of them are actually going to buy right now. All right, they're only going to buy now. The other, let's just say if it's 1/3, let's say out of 10 people, right? Only 3 are ready to buy right now. The other 7 are going to get put back, and you need to follow up in this category. See, only 3 out of the 10 will go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the same timeline. Okay. But what you need to understand is that the people who said no to you here was not that they don't want the product, they don't need it. It's just that it did not fit their goals at their time. So now guess what? 6 months later, you can follow up with them and say, hey, you know what? When I exposed to you the product, I remember you mentioned timing wasn't right. Has anything changed? I want to go ahead and share with you a product demo for your numbers, or share with you how the opportunity can help you in this timing. Because everything, guys, is about timing. I hope this helps you. This is my 5-step formula. I understand sharing this with my team members and people who want to learn about this business, because it really gives you guys the expectation that not everyone's going to buy on the first sit down. Right? That everyone literally, if they, after the 5th time of looking at the product, it means, hey, or 5th time being exposed, saying yes to you 5 times, they said yes because they sat with you and they still don't buy, then there's something wrong in your pitch, right? But if people are saying yes to you 5 times, right? Because they said yes to sit down with you. They said, wow, this is great. Let's follow up, do a product demo. Wow, this is cool. Let's go and follow up, do the present, follow up with, looking at the numbers, or I want to be confident in the decision. And now they actually close. This means, yeah, they're interested. They're not thinking about it because they've been through the filtering process, guys. So I hope this helps you. I really would love to, do a more in-depth presentation for this, but I hope this is a quick presentation for you guys to learn from me today. Okay, take care, and see you guys at the top.